Well, hey, that's not too bad. Hey, we're live, everyone. Hey, Steve. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hi, Brad. Welcome, everybody. It is Monday night. We are live. Steve, me, everybody else. Everybody, got all my standby flights. I got all my standby flights, and I was home 8 hours early, which, as Cory, our guest today, can tell you, when you work cruises, is a very odd occurrence. It's rare to get so lucky. Matter of fact, I felt so lucky, I tried the even more impossible, buying eggs.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian Cory Khaney, plus funny songs from John Trentes and a Patti melt from Patti Vasquez, if we can find her, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
If Patti shows up, she'll be on the show. But she usually shows up, doesn't she? I think I'm the one that ends up not showing up half the time, I think is what happens. So hi, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell, and we have a super duper show with one of our favorites, of course, singer, songwriter, and new comedian, John Trentes, as we know since we've seen his set. And a way too classy broad for this show, but she's here because she is also known as my comedy ship wife. Right, Cory? My comedy ship wife. It is legend comedian Cory Khaney. Oddly, on the same ship with us to Bermuda was a man that you all met on this show, cruise director Rich Cleason. Remember him?
Rich, yes.
He is also known as my ship husband. Isn't that fun? So the three of us had a menage a muster station on that cruise. So talk about the Bermuda Triangle. Whoa. Okay, well, here's what we do, Cory, since you're here and you've never been here and you refuse to watch the show ahead of time.
It's not true. I came and did the wrong joke or the worst joke of the week, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Okay, so let's move on. But now I know your kid's in college going to political science. So I'm going to do some jokes, then we're going to have funny stuff. So here we go. Let's start. Number one. I'm a little uncomfortable, too. I don't know what it is. I feel like I feel a little off already. I'm doing this. So, okay, here we go. Hey, by the way, start with this. Trump is on a roll with winning this week. This week, he was ordered to pay $1 million to Hillary Clinton and others for his frivolous lawsuit that was so bad that it was said to undermine the rule of law.
No.
Wow.
Yes. When Trump, of course, heard rule of law, he said, "Good movie. Steven Seagal's a friend." So, above the law. Okay, we're starting hot. By the way, the suit claimed that Clinton and the FBI director conspired to hurt conspired to hurt the Halloween-colored huckster in 2016 by saying he colluded with Russia. Remember that? To pay the fines, Trump will borrow the money from Russia. By the way, the suit was called one of the stupidest in history, and no lawyer in their right mind should have taken it. Trump's attorney, Alina, is that her name? Alina Habba, disagreed. And she said, "I never file frivolous suits, and we're going to sue that judge for that one day he had spinach in his teeth." That was horrible. By the way, Hillary Clinton yawned and said, "Well, that's 0 for 1,000." By the way, Cory's husband's a lawyer. Would he have taken that case, you think? Okay. No. Cory's left us.
I'm here.
I know. I'm talking to you.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Hey, oh my gosh, did you guys see this today? Pamela Anderson has a new memoir out, and in it she says Tim Allen flashed her on the set of Home Improvement. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
He said she said he opened his robe and said that since he'd seen her naked, it was only fair that she see him. It was the Snatchna clause.
Oh, jeez.
Really?
Ooh.
Had 1,000 tool time jokes you could have made. You went with that.
1,000 tool time jokes. I went for the Snatchna clause. I know. Tim Allen did say the incident never happened. He said it never happened. If he wanted to do anything that humiliating, he'd make Wild Hogs 2. By the way, my wife wasn't in favor of the Snatchna clause joke either. Oh, hey, this is fun. Wait, I got to take this one off. Here, for those of this, Sarah Michelle Gellar is back on TV. Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh,
In a show called Wolfpack. I think we're all excited about that, aren't we?
very.
But don't worry, it is totally different than Buffy. It's still about teens in a high school fighting monsters, but this time, because Gellar, it's so different because after she fights the werewolves, after every battle, she goes, ah, ah, ah. Okay.
Oh, man.
So,
Oh, jeez.
okay. You know what?
And Night
I
Court
think
is
we're
back.
on 50-50 this show. Here we go. All right. Hey, for those of you who kept saying, where is the when? Hey, let's start that again. For those of you who have said, when is the Justice Department going to search Biden's house? Well, they did last weekend. The DOJ spent 6 hours going through every paper, note, and file from Joe's time in politics. It was a little tricky at first as officials were not used to dealing with papyrus. Because he's old, right?
Carbon dated.
Carbon dating, very good. Yeah, there were documents going back to when Joe was a senator. One was a special note that said he was actually there to praise Caesar.
Because he's old.
Because he's old. All right, next up.
Too funny.
That was funny, thank you. Now let's go back to the not funny.
I'm not.
Alec Baldwin has been charged by the DA in Santa Fe with involuntary manslaughter after accidentally using a loaded gun on the set of Rust and killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins. It's been hard on everyone. Alec's wife Hilaria was ambushed with questions by reporters while trying to take her kids to school. The intrusion was so scary she almost forgot to use the Spanish accent. Luckily, she's a pro and she got Casa in there at one point. Did we just get an airline? Hey, in other Rust news, because there's all sorts of Rust news, the film, this one I don't know if people have seen, the film is now shooting again and will be finished with Alec Baldwin still the lead role.
Zoom.
Huh?
I'm guessing here. Keep on going.
Okay. They are back on track to complete the Western, and actually the widower of the cinematographer will be involved in the movie. The Hutchins family settled their lawsuit with producers, and the film is back on track. Now, they will now have an all-union crew, on-set safety supervisors, and all duels will be 10 paces, turn, and rock, paper, scissors. As tough as it's going to get. So. All right, let's get rid of that one. Hey, we're almost done. Look at that. We're going, hey, if it'd only be half that time. Disney World closed Splash Mountain, everybody, which has been soaking Mouseketeers since 1992, 31 years. Did you know this? I had no idea the ride was based on the movie Song of the South. Did anyone know that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? I had no idea. I thought it was based on a mountain that splashed. I don't know. It's been a few years, but I don't remember yelling zippity doo-dah during the drop. Do you? I didn't do that. And by the way, have you seen Song of the South? if it's connected to the movie, yeah, the ride should have been called the Dixie Cringe, because that movie.
Cringe movie.
Have you seen that movie? That movie has more uncomfortable stereotypes than 1950s Alabama parades.
Ouch.
This movie is so racist.
How racist is it?
The guy who wrote the dialogue for the crows in Dumbo was offended.
Ow.
Oh,
If you remember those
Pretty
crows.
racist.
I know. The ride will be reimagined as Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which follows the Disney princess up a mountain and then everyone gets splashed. It'll be beautiful. All right. I liked that one, but you didn't. Janet liked this joke. PETA is applauding Kylie Jenner. We all like to applaud her, who wore an outfit adorned with a very realistic full-sized faux head of a lion to the couture show, the Haute Couture. Is that how I say that? Haute?
something like
Sure.
The Haute Couture show in Paris. She was thinking of also wearing a jackass on her back, but ex-brother-in-law Kanye West was unavailable.
Ooh, that's a good one, Brad.
There you go. Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Two more, and then we'll actually have a show. Bowing, see, this drives me nuts. Bowing to right-wing pressure, Eminem is dumping all of their candy spokesmen.
Jeez.
After Tucker Carlson got his panties in a wad that the new purple M&M was a plus-size woman. Can you believe that? And that the green M&M might be a lesbian because she was not wearing high heels. Is this where we are in the world?
Yes.
A company will be kowtowed by intolerant bigots over the color of a female candy. And as for Tucker, he has a huge problem with the female-colored M&Ms, but has never had a problem with the yellow M&M guy's nuts in his mouth.
Ah.
Because he's the nut M&M. Okay. All right, last but not least, the one that I probably shouldn't do, but here it is. Or maybe the Santa Claus I shouldn't have done, or the Snatching Claus. Here we go. Florida Governor DeSantis has banned AP African American Studies in high schools. How? Okay. Because, does anyone know why well, we know why he did this, because they're racist and they're horrible. But you know what they're stating the reason is? It's because it conflicts with the law that they created that white students cannot be made to feel bad about themselves by learning the truth about how black people were treated during slavery and beyond. I mean, this is where we are in the world. Of course, it will be replaced. The class will be replaced by a class, Columbus, hero of the indigenous people. Steve, bring yourself in before.
Yeah, Brad Tassell, everybody.
Thank you.
Brad Tassell making us laugh, making us feel awkward.
Yeah, that was what you call the hit and miss gig right there.
Fantastic. I thought that was awesome.
I know.
Always taking chances. If you stop taking chances, what are you doing? What's the point? What are you doing?
That's true. That's true. And we're taking a chance every time we let my brother in. I think that's the every time. So, okay. Well, play your thing. I'm getting out of here.
Here's the next thing. Time for another top 10, and just like last week, I've been asked to do this disclaimer because some portions of this top 10 list might be considered a little bit gross, so here we go.
Hey, this is gonna get pretty gross.
I hope that covers everything with the FCC and the FDA and everybody. All right, tonight's top 10 category. Oh my God, from the home office somewhere in Iceland, it's top 10 responses to What's Your Sign. When it's not the 1970s, we can stop asking this question of each other. So I'm excited about this one. Let's get started. Top 10 responses to What's Your Sign, number 10. 87 billion served. Number 9, slow children. Number 8, deliveries in rear. All right.
That's
Fine. Number 7, paddle faster, I hear banjos. Top 10 responses to what's your sign. Number 6. Bag contains nuts. I'm sorry. It's just gonna get worse. Number 5.
I heard that one for you.
Employees must wash hands before returning to work. That's my sign. Gosh darn it. Number 4. Guacamole may contain negligible amounts of fecal matter.
Oh man, what?
No, I don't think there's such a thing as a negligible amount of that. Let's carry on. Top 10 responses to what's your sign? Number 3. Driver carries less than $10. Number 2. Number 2. Applause. All right. And the number 1 response to what's your sign? Long-haired freaky people need not apply. And as we sometimes do, you know when I make these lists, usually I come up with 10 of them and I present 10. This week we had 56 of them.
Oh, geez.
So this leads us to what we occasionally do on a special occasion. This is this sort of occasion. The bottom 10 responses to what's your sign. Here we go.
Nice.
This bag is not a toy. Cook fully before eating. 18 and up. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Keep this and all edibles out of reach of children. Not responsible for damage. 15 items or less. Dry clean only. Payment is expected at time of service. Office of the Honorable George Santos. That's right.
Oh man.
Who has more fun than we do?
Nobody. Nobody has more fun.
Speaking of having fun, hey, it's our musical guest, John Trentes.
Oh, you found him. That was quick. John, you look good, John.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Better
you.
than usual.
Well, here's how I can look even better.
Yeah. There's electric fish in your hat.
7 3/4.
Or you just happy to see us. Anyway, we're gonna do the intro, and then you do a song, then I gotta answer it somehow, and then you'll do another song. Here we go.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, It's time for our musical guest. John Trentes in a hat.
Hey. Okay, here's a tune I wrote with Jack Frisbee.
That's actually a person.
Hmm?
Jack Frisbee's actually a person, you guys.
He is actually a person.
Cool.
By the way, I found out that's not his real name.
Isn't it?
It's actually Jeremy something. Anyway.
Get the whole thing.
We got some great big girls in teeny bikinis. Brother Billy Bob's grilling ballpark weenies. Everybody's laughing and a splashing and a drinking. Sidewalks hot enough to fry a whole chicken. Second cousin Judy's got a new tattoo. Her mama don't care cause she got one too. We're picking by the deep end, drinking some shine. Just add water, it's a damn good time. Gets hot inside. A double wide, baking like a pie. On the 4th of July. Ain't no window fan gonna keep it cool. So everybody's chilling at the hillbilly swimming pool. It's easy to find from the cardboard sign. So load up the kiddies and all your ex-wives. Yankee or a rebel, don't matter where you're from. Jump on in, cause everybody's welcome. Gets hot inside. A double wide, baking like a pie. On the 4th of July. Ain't no window fan gonna keep it cool. So everybody's chilling in the hillbilly swimming pool. We got grandma's tater salad, grandpa's wine. Come and join the party cause the water's fine. No such thing as having too much fun. It's just about time for a beer run. It's hot inside. A double wide, baking like a pie. On the 4th of July. Ain't no window fan gonna keep it cool. So everybody's chilling in the hillbilly swimming pool.
Yeah!
Woo, yeah.
That's John Trentes. Bob was dancing along to that. That's really classic. That's nice.
Glad to see that.
And now I've got to do a song that somehow relates to that. And this is a stretch, I realize. But last week, if you tuned in, I did a song that was a parody of a certain John Denver song. I've parodied that song 416 times. And I'm going to do number 308. And the reason this is connected is because John wrote this with me. Last week, we talked about an airplane that overshot Minneapolis because the pilots were tweeting. Now, flash forward about 5 years after that event, we're going to sing about the fact that United Airlines threw somebody off the plane against their will in, was it 2016? Because they were overbooked. So here's a song about that John and I wrote. Well, I checked my bags for $100. Let the TSA look up my butt. Ran to my gate just in time to board. The lady scanned my boarding pass. I stumbled down the ramp through first class to my seat in coach. That's all I could afford, because I'm not Brad Tassell. Then they said, sir, you'll have to leave. We're overbooked. We need your seat. Come on, be a sport. Someone's gotta go. I said, hell no! So I got beaten on a jet plane, dragged down the aisle to baggage claim. Hope someone caught it on video. That's enough of that. Let's go back to John Trentes. Myself out of here.
Oh, wait. I'll get you out.
I got it. Back again. Okay. Well, this is a brand spanking new song, and this is the very first time I'm playing it in front of other people besides Mrs. Trentes.
Wow.
Woo!
Cats.
Cool.
It's called Goodbye, Mrs. Trentes.
Cats aren't supposed to be political, even though they're so fickle and critical. When they're playing with twine, they seem so benign. But baby, you ain't never met mine. Bum, bum, bum. Both my cats are Democrats. They hiss and spit at MAGA hats. Woke and liberal, there's no doubt. Call them pussies and the claws come out. They don't like conspiracies, only bowls of little friskies. Both my cats are Democrats. Cats come in 100 different colors. Each one is just as awesome as the others. There are so many hues between my two. The one they have in common is blue, blue, blue. Both my cats are Democrats. They hiss and spit at MAGA hats. Woke and liberal, there's no doubt. Call them pussies and the claws come out. They don't like conspiracies, only bowls of little friskies. Both my cats are Democrats. My kitties never shave their legs, that wouldn't look too good. They do lots and lots of catnip. They'd go vegan if they could. What? It's not their fault they're carnivorous. Both my cats are Democrats. They hiss and spit at MAGA hats. Woke and liberal, there's no doubt. Call them pussies and the claws come out. They don't like conspiracies, only bowls of little friskies. Both my cats are Democrats. Both my cats are Democrats. Both my cats are Democrats.
John Trentes!
Woo!
And full disclosure, that was Bridget's cat, not
Yeah, it
John's.
was. That's very well done, Brad.
Oh yeah,
For John's cats.
and
That's
Bridget and I planned that a week ago. That's so funny.
Thank you, John. That was awesome. Where can we find you playing live, like at the Bluebird in July?
Bluebird in July.
All right, then.
The pandemic turned me into an agoraphobia, so...
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
He's coming out.
then we'll get rid of
Fine.
you.
You can go, actually...
Yes, John.
Oh, you can go to www.trentis.com. That's Trent with an ES.com.
Great. And we're going to hear from you a little later in the show, which is exciting.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we are?
Yes, we are. I told
That's
you
a
that.
tease. Look at
Yeah,
that.
It's a very
Speaking
big
of tease,
Yeah.
It's Cory.
There she is.
Hi, Cory.
Hi, Cory.
You look good. You look better. What'd you do? What'd you do? You look a lot better.
I don't know.
You ate more bran.
Yeah. You're more clear,
lost.
feisty. So Cory, everybody, is one of my favorite people on the planet Earth. I don't know if she knows that. And you saved the week, didn't we? We had a good week, I think.
We had a good week. Yes. And within a very short time, I found myself snapping at Brad like he was a husband.
That's right. That's why I say she was my ship wife, because man, I could do nothing right for Cory Khaney.
Oh, then I guess I'm your wife too.
That's right. Oh no, yeah. No, you're my show husband and my so and then
I'm your pool boy. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's because you're the only one that'll wear a thong. Okay, let's forget this. Let Cory do a show.
Okay, and later I'll do a thong. All right, here we go.
Okay.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Thursday. Yeah.
It's Cory Khaney Tassell.
Thank you so much for having me. And just as a side note, when we're on ships, me and Brad, it's very rare that there's two comics ever on the same ship, and so we had a really good week. Two comedians. It was a lot of fun. And subsequently, whenever there's anything to share, I text Brad, like, I got in trouble. Can I tell the story?
Yeah.
So I have a joke where, and you have to sort of see my profile, where I say, I know I look like someone famous, and I say, I look like Caitlyn Jenner before she transitioned to when she was Bruce Jenner, and because there is a resemblance, and then the follow-up joke is, it's crazy, we're so obsessed with gender in this country, and yet they still have these gender reveal parties. I'm dying to go to one of these parties so I can be the old lady in the corner with the, when they go, it's a boy, I can go, we'll see. Yeah. For now. And anyway, apparently the person didn't really understand that I was more just taking, I was just talking about what's going on in the world and how it affects me, because that's really what it was. And they wanted a personal apology, and then I found out that it was a 15-year-old activist. And at that point I did feel bad, because I certainly don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, but I don't think, here's our problem as comedians: we're supposed to be reflecting what we see in the world back to you in a funny way. That's how we cope, right? That's how we've been doing it for years, from Richard Pryor to Lenny Bruce, and so that has now been removed. And apparently, the world just wants us to do airline jokes and jokes about puppies. And so, I'll tell you an airline joke. How many of you have flown in the past 6 months? Yes? No? Oh, of course you haven't, because you don't leave the house.
The last 6 hours.
But so there's this thing going on. The flight attendants, I believe something happened to them during the pandemic. I think they were bitten by raccoons, because they're obsessed with trash. They ask you for garbage, so they won't help you put your suitcase in the overhead. But if you have a stray napkin, they will be there in a shot, and they're just trash. They have their bag. They're like, I felt so bad for the woman on my last flight. I started cleaning out my purse so that every time she walked by, I could put something in her bag. But, nonetheless, even though I was complaining, I love my job. I love to see people smiling, having a good time. But the best part of my job, really, should I tell you, is the hours. I mean, look at this. I just started and I'm almost done. I love this. The funniest thing when people find out that I'm a comedian, because I'm not funny unless I'm on stage. And I'm probably not even funny on this Zoom, but anyway, I hold back. I was at a party and this woman said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a comedian." And she was so impressed. She said, "Oh, that is the hardest job. I could never do your job. You have the hardest job." And I was flattered, but let's be honest, there are harder jobs. Alec Baldwin's insurance broker. Elon Musk's human resources person. Kanye West's financial planner.
Yes. Hard.
Yeah. George Santos polygrapher.
He has a polygrapher.
I'm just assuming if whoever does that, it's going to be a hard job because all right. And of course, Vladimir Putin's food taster is.
Yeah. He's on the 30-second one.
But my friend has a great job. She works for a nonprofit called the Adopt a Highway program. Did you know about that?
Yeah.
And I was supposed to meet her and she wouldn't pick up her cell phone. So I called the switchboard and I was having fun. I'm a comedian. And I had to ask them, I said, "I'd like to adopt a highway, but I have a few questions. At what age do you tell the highway it's adopted? And is there a support group that we can?" So my biggest vice right now, besides food, is online shopping has become kind of a thing for me. As a person who doesn't like to leave the house, I'm sure you do a lot of online shopping. Am I right? Isn't it the best because you don't have to deal with human beings? Well, it's right.
They still mess it up.
I'm not messing it up, but there's only one complaint I have about the online shopping experience. When you're checking out, when you're on the last page and you're going to pay, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And at the very bottom, they always ask you if you have a promo code, right? Which tells you that somebody has a promo code, and it's not me. I don't know who gets the code. Honestly, I think it's easier to get the nuclear codes, but we Google the code, right? Don't you? You Google the code? Mm-hmm. Sure, John. Yeah. And it's never right. You can never find it. Whatever you type in, it says invalid code, expired code, right? Am I right, Janice? Have you done this?
Yes.
Yes. I actually know where the codes are hidden.
But I thought I did too, but usually it says it's expired.
Yeah. Unless you've got to
get impressed. One time I just sat there for an hour making up codes. 10 off, 20 off, spring 20, spring 15. I save, you save, we all save. And then finally I just typed in "eat me" and I got 15% off. I don't know. Try it. You could try it. And don't you love this new thing is that everything you buy now, a week later, you get an email. Give us your feedback. Let us know how we're doing. Like now we all work for human resource. And I just I want there to be a button that I can push and say, I'm a middle-aged Jewish woman. I didn't complain. I didn't return it. That's 5 stars. End of story. I got one yesterday. American Airlines wants to know what you think. No, you don't.
Oh, no.
I was on hold with American Airlines for 49 minutes. 49 minutes of, did you know you could get answers to most of your questions on our website? Did you know you could get answers to most of our questions on our website? Did you know you could get most of your answers answered on our website? And I, of course, I'm screaming inside, not this one, bitch. And okay, and I get the human, and I'm nice. And I asked my question, which I wanted to change planes. And of course, the answer was no, because why should I enjoy life? And I was okay. I accepted my fate. And then she had the audacity to say, is there anything else I can help you with? And I lost it. And I said, okay, I don't want to be the grammar Nazi here, but you would have had to have helped me with something for there to be anything else that you could help me with. And the woman said, okay, but could you stay on the line for a quick 2 questions? And I said, no, I have my own survey. I'd like to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much pleasure did you derive in denying my request? Quick follow-up. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think this conversation will end up in my act? Okay. All right. Quick question. Janice and Alice and John, when you buy things online, do you read the reviews?
All the time.
You do?
Yep.
Read the reviews?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm here to tell you should never read the reviews. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I write reviews. This is a review for a hat that my husband couldn't make the decision on. It was a hiking hat, and he kept asking my opinion. Should he get this one or that one and this? And I needed the nightmare to end. So I posted this review, this 5-star review. And by the way, John, didn't want to oversell it. So the title of my review is Pretty Good Hat. And now, Steve, I'm going to read you the review. This is the best hat that I have ever bought. I've been wearing this hat on top of my head for 2 weeks, and now my life is completely different. My wife and kids have moved back in with me because the guy she left me for wore the lesser quality knockoff version of this hat. Since getting my hat, I can now bench press 315 pounds, and my eczema has completely disappeared. Whenever I wear my hat, my IQ rises by 37 points, and my father is finally proud of me. This hat has given me the life I always wanted, but never thought I deserved. Get this hat. It will make your dreams come true.
Wow.
Yes. And the good news is he bought the hat. I kid about my husband. My husband's a great guy, but we're married 20 years. And somebody asked me the other day if I worked out. And I said, working out is kind of like married sex. And the person said, what do you mean? I said, well, married sex, it's not actually anything that you're looking forward to, but you should do it. So you just at a certain point put on the outfit and go.
Oh my.
And you're always glad you came.
Yeah.
That's a new one. I can't do that on the ships,
You
Brad.
can't do that. I don't know. I think you could do it on Celebrity.
Maybe, well, for the adult show. Yeah.
Well, no, I think you could do it for the regular show.
All right. Well, that's good to know. So I want you guys. How much time, Steve? How much time have I done? I don't want to.
You got time for another joke?
No one cares. Joke. Do whatever you do. It. Yeah, another one.
Well, as long as you want.
I just want to tell you. So I'm part of a theater club in New York City, and I occasionally get really good deals. And so all these big stars were in this play called Take Me Out, right? And Jesse Tyler Ferguson, and then the guy that was in Glee and whatever. And Take Me Out. I thought it was a baseball play. So I got tickets for my husband and my son to go to the play, not realizing that Take Me Out is meaning like coming out of the closet. And I thought, okay, maybe there's a gay character, Take Me Out, but the whole play, apparently they're naked in a locker room. And, oh dear. I called my husband. I said, was it really good? He goes, it was a really good play, but you should know that your son and I are scarred for life. I said, why? He said, because we both are aware that we have very small penises.
Oh dear.
He said they are naked the whole way, and I've never seen anything like it.
Oh dear.
And I said, well, they probably have fluffers.
Yeah.
Is that not fun? Talk about innocent. That was an innocent thing. So I'll leave you on this real quick. So I sent my son, we live in New York City, and I sent my son to preschool in New York City. I'm not going to tell you how expensive preschool is because your head would explode. I'll just tell you this. I happen to own a $28,000 macaroni necklace. And I thought, when you write a check that big for, finger painting and nap time and turkey hand puppets, these people would just, treat you like gold. No. I got a phone call the first week of school, and this woman goes, "Yes, hello, this is Mrs. Schron." And I was like, "Mrs. Schlong?" Because that's what it sounded like. Okay, my fault. We started off on a bad. I said, "Can I help you?" She said, "Yeah, there was an incident with your son today. He said F in front of the whole class." And I said, "Okay, well, that was part of the alphabet when I was in school." And she said, "Well, I have your application, and we see that you're a comedian, and we hope that's not the way that you talk at home." So I said, "All right." Yeah, I said, "Okay, listen, Mrs. Schlong. I hope you don't think I'm an A or a B or, God forbid, a C. But you need to lighten up some. Yeah, this is New York City, and you know what it sounds like? Sounds like you could use a good F every once in a while."
Cory Khaney.
Where'd you go? What happened?
It happens every
Still here.
time.
You did it.
No, I'm still
Every
here.
time
No,
we do
now
something.
there she is. So, hey, on the thing, you've done that joke in your show, haven't you?
Mhm.
Well, so then you could do the "you're glad you came" or whatever. I think. I don't think that would. I mean, it's innuendo-y.
Bob enjoyed it.
No, I mean on Bob. I mean, maybe not Seaborn, but I think Celebrity.
Maybe.
I think-
Yeah, you're right. Maybe on Celebrity. I think it needs to be tightened in some way, but
I
I'm
think
going to.
it needs to end with a song about learning your ABCs.
Yeah, no, not that one. The one about
Oh, okay.
where it came one, but that's no. I think that one's pretty. And you opened me up because I was way too clean on those ships. I was like, I need to start doing all this other innuendo stuff on these ships.
Yeah, but I think that's the whole key. They want to feel like they've had kind of a naughty time. You know what it is, Brad? But they don't want any of the dirty words, and you can't even go in. It's like, I'll give you an example and then I'll go. I have a joke, which is like, blind dates were hard for me because I never knew whether the guy was going to pick up the tab or we were going to split the tab. And if the guy did pick up the tab, I would be uncomfortable because I don't know about you, dear. I don't know about you, but if I don't know how much the meal costs, then I don't know how much to put out. And
Yeah.
that joke is fine, but there are two tags to the joke that are too dirty. So I just leave it with, I don't know how much to put out.
What are the tags?
Yeah, let's hear the tags.
I'm like, okay, $15.95. What was that? The chicken? I guess that means I have to touch it. And then I usually say to the audience, women, don't clam up on me. You all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Every woman who has ever performed oral sex after a date was thinking to herself, I shouldn't have ordered the lobster.
Well, I think saying oral sex would be too far.
Right, I can't. So
Yeah.
if I really need the joke, I say, every woman has woken up next to an unattractive man and thought, why did I order the lobster?
Yeah, because I do now on my PG show on Carnival, I do the bit where I say, I want to be delicate about this, and this isn't the joke part, that some women, as they're getting older, late 60s, early 70s, are ready for some soldiers to fade away. They have heard taps, dun da da dun da da dun da da. Then one blue pill later, dun 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 dun. And then I say, then the end of the joke is that a lady told me, she goes, what I did was I switched my husband's Viagra with Ambien. And in the morning, I said, you were amazing last night, big boy. So it just, and that
just wrap
seems
the whole
to be
thing up with Mrs. Schlong and you're all set.
Yeah. Grow up. Yes.
By the way, Steve, I don't say schlong on the family show, and I don't do the ABC because it's too dirty. I'd save that for the late show.
Yeah.
But I do the macaroni necklace on the early show, and that kills.
Yeah, it kills. I will attest to that. The killing of all the killings.
Where can we see you dancing on stage in the near future, Cory Khaney?
Well, I like Brad just had a special drop on the Dry Bar network, and but here's the thing: you don't they're trying to get everybody to pay for some monthly fee to see my special.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a secret. If you go and follow me on TikTok, I am shelling out these little teeny clips of the special every other day. Wow. And it would be even better for me if you just followed me on TikTok. And TikTok, it's just Cory Khaney.
Where are you getting these little clips? I'm not going to tell you. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because I don't have the access to. I don't know where you got this at. I don't have little clips to give out.
I downloaded the whole thing and I sent it to a good guy who knows what he's doing, and he made it into 30 clips. Listen, I'll do it until I get in trouble.
Okay. Well, then, glad you're on a show nobody sees. So, only 9 people. We have 17 people seeing this, so that's fine. You're good. But
all these people will keep their mouths shut. I can't
keep their mouths shut.
Bob.
So, by the way, it just dropped right now. Your little special.
Yes, and you can definitely go and watch clips of it on the Dry Bar website, and I believe you can even leave me a tip. That's what I would much rather people leave me a tip.
That is so dumb. Has anybody ever left a stupid tip? This is the stupidest thing. By the way, full disclosure, I just got mine came out in September, right? So I just got my first quarterly report, and so and it made almost $9,000. I don't know where that money came from. I don't know what it's for, but that's still on not even half of what they say I owe them.
Right before you make money. Yeah.
But I didn't.
The reason why it's making 9,000 is because you are giving them content and people are watching it.
I guess, but that seems like a lot of people.
I mean, I should have done it for you guys, but I have a mammogram joke that right now, I don't know, it's something like 40,000 views so far. So we'll see. I mean, I hope that I fare as well as you.
Oh, tell everybody. See, speaking of viral, your Democrat Republican thing went basically viral. I mean, that's
so that's all I'm talk. It's I don't know if you guys ever do it. I know everybody's afraid that China's going to come into your house, but if they do, maybe they'll leave some General Cho's chicken. You never know.
I wanted you to tell them the Democrat Republican line.
No, I next time.
Okay. Yeah. 5 years from now, you'll never see you again. Okay.
Oh, I love joining this. I thought this was a great group. I loved Kevin and Alice and Janice and John.
And
you want to do the bit? I'm taking you out. Okay, so.
What just happened? I want the line from Cory Khaney.
That's good.
Okay, I'll bring her back. Dang it.
Oh my goodness.
She doesn't want. Yeah, she doesn't want to do it tonight. She wants it. She wants her invite back. That's awesome.
Okay, well,
I like that.
we'll have you back anytime you want to come back. I think that's great.
Well, ask Kevin and Janice and Alice. Yes, should I come back?
Yes, absolutely.
Bob's for it too.
And by the way, if you want to, you can tip her here. So that's
yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Thank you, Cory. That was fantastic.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, you guys. I've enjoyed the show so far. I'm sticking around. I'm just going to turn off my mic.
Well,
that's great. Stick around because it's time.
Hear Patti in a minute.
It's time for a Patti melt.
Okay, let's get rid of everybody.
It's time for a Patti melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, to folks refusing to wear masks, says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses, says, she's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti melt.
Out-of-date references in her intro music.
Very.
Hey, look, okay, Steve will tell you that there was a little bit of panic that I might not be here. I was cooking dinner again, and I wasn't making a Patti melt, so I didn't feel as though it was appropriate to share with everyone that I made linguine with chicken sauce. Anyway, story. By the way, what a glimpse behind the curtain of comedy. I know we talk about about when we're supposed to be dirty or when we can be dirty or when people want us to be dirty. I was listening to them. I did a Christmas show one year, and the guy who hired me was like, I want you to do the exact same set you did at Zany's when I saw you and wanted you for this gig. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And I didn't even say oral sex. I said, okay, I'll say oral gratification. Oral gratification. Can you say that on the ships? Oral, gratify orally? Anyway, so I told him, I go, you don't want this for your office. You don't want this for your office event. It's not appropriate. He goes, if you don't do that joke, I'm not going to pay you. All right, so I do my little song and dance, a funny, haha, I'm Irish and Mexican, and they're all fine with it. So I launched into a bit about how I got pregnant, and I was trying to keep my head from hitting the corner of a coffee table at the time. And that's how I got pregnant. I kind of feel like a trooper because I stayed awake. But here's the thing. It was just easier to keep going than to stop and start again. And that's what I started telling them, and people started getting uncomfortable. And I was like, this is a bit he wanted. And then I hear him yell from the back, go back to the clean stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought you said. That's what I thought you said. Now, Griffin, my son Griffin, who is now, oh my God, can you guys believe he's 19? He'll be 20 this summer. Anyway, so when Griffin was 7, we were on our way to the in-laws' house, and he said, and he didn't say F, he said the whole thing. He used all the consonants, and also a vowel. But he asked us what it meant. And the trick is to not react. When your kid is little, you don't make it a big deal. And I said, well, it's a word that adults use when they're angry or frustrated. It is considered to be vulgar and inappropriate, and you will get in trouble for using it. Thank you for asking, sweetie. And I think I might have told you guys this story before, but the reason he asked was because his gym teacher had taken one of the kids out of class who had Tourette's. And was shaming this kid, and Griffin was like, well, he should be able to sit. And so Griffin got in trouble and got his first B in his life for using the F word. And I'm very proud of him because that's a good kid. So the other thing is, I want to tell you guys, I know that this is disappointing for everybody, but I will continue to eat my M&Ms no matter how woke they get. Where's that coming to? To the M&Ms? I don't know if Brad opened with the M&Ms. But Tucker, yeah, I'm sorry, but if high heels and a purple M&M are gonna set you off your rocker, I'm sorry, Tucker. If you want to go stand on a rock and tan your testicles with a solar panel, go have it. But I don't know why I can't enjoy these tasty M&M. I don't care. This is my. I didn't buy these today, you guys. I eat these all the time. A glass of wine. This is how I go to bed at night. I never told you this, but this is my. Every day. Why do Republicans hate capitalism? Why do they? It's their toy. It's their platform. It's their company. They can do whatever they want. I don't know how to tell you this, but that's yeah. They're awake. They're woke. Whatever. I want my purple M&Ms. The green ones make you horny. The purple ones make me happy. So F off. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying?
That's all I'm saying. I'm proud of myself.
I want to hear more.
But then I start using bad words.
No. Well, I want to go back to the comedy thing because so many times we have all gotten in the loop where the guy's like, yeah, do that. And then you do it. I used to do a thing with the Young Presidents Association, which is presidents of companies over 5 million, up to 50 million who are young. They brought me in at $2,500 a show to do roasts of these young presidents that were going out. I would always ask, what can I not say about this guy? Well, this one guy's a banker. He goes, no, here's the information about all these guys that do whatever you want to be hilarious. I went over it. I'm doing the show. Everything's great till I get to this one guy. And I say that something about because he was a family business. He took over for his dad and how he has destroyed the whole business. Suddenly the entire place shuts down. Nothing. At the end, no one will look at me. I'm like, what's going on? And the guy comes up, he goes, no, that was really good. Found out he was destroying the business. He had oh my God. And the guy never told me. And then the guy that hired me told them that he told me not to talk about the guy. Not to talk about him. And I have never worked for them. I was blacklisted from that entire group.
So did you enjoy your time under the bus?
Well, yeah. Well, and they bought me a tuxedo. They spent $1,000 to buy me a tuxedo.
Oh my God.
To do that gig.
Who books that?
It's at the Young Presidents Association of America. That's who they were. So give them a call.
Another group never to work for.
Yeah, it's wild. I'm doing a country club this Friday, and he goes, yeah, you can do R-rated. And I said, no, screw you. I'm not. There's no way.
No. No, they never meet. Okay,
Like
so
Christopher.
I did an event for a sports broadcaster in Chicago, Dave Ennett. It was his wedding, and he had a rehearsal dinner out in Long Grove. And I got there, and these 8 and 9, 10-year-old kids started coming up to me, and they go, "Are you the lady that's going to swear at us? Are you going to talk dirty to us?" I was like, "What the?" And Dave told me the same thing as that corporate gig. He goes, and he asked for this specific joke, and I was like, "Come on, man." And he goes, "That's what I hired you for." And like, there was one kid, this is before Declan, and one kid who had he was on the spectrum, and he would like get up and like start hitting himself. And I was like, "What is happening?" And it was several of the Bears football players, one of which is Glenn Kozlowski, I think, is a Mormon. And I have this joke about oral sex, and I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. And I did it for $400 in 1998.
And you know what I love about all this? That the young comedians who tune into the show are just soaking up this information. Like this guy right here is going to do a minute for us.
Hey!
Right now.
Do it.
You ready?
Oh yeah, go.
Put a minute on the clock, Steve.
A few weeks ago, we had Jason do a minute, and it's now a thing. So John, who's done our musical guest spot many a time, he's going to make his stand-up comedy. It's his second time doing it on our show. So here we go with this.
So you say you're a comedian wannabe, and you're willing to work for free. You're not a pro, so where can you go? Don't want to spend all night at an open mic. Try the Amateur Minute in our online show. If your is funny, we'll let you know. It's the Amateur Minute. Are you ready to go on the virtual comedy show? And we're not going to pay you. That's what amateur means.
John Trentes, you have 60 seconds. Go.
Hi, my name is John, and I'm an old fart. I'll tell you how old. I'm 3 colonoscopies old. Actually, I'm proud to be an old fart. Somebody asked me the other day, how can you tell if you're an old fart? And just like that, my inner Jeff Foxworthy took over. If you've ever had to figure out what day of the week it was by looking at your pillbox, you're an old fart. If you wander into a trendy vintage resale store and realize they're selling crap you owned when it was new, you're an old fart. If you watch the Grammys on TV and the first artist that you've heard of is winning the Lifetime Achievement Award, you're an old fart. If your best friends are still hippies, but now they're made of titanium and you need them to walk, you're an old fart. If you put on your Fitbit and it immediately dials 911, you're an old fart. Seriously, remember, getting old is a privilege and one that is denied to many, so don't be ashamed. Own the fart. Be good.
Wait, what happened?
You kicked everybody out again.
I never did.
You always do.
No, I think you do it at the same time or something.
But if we do something simultaneously, all hell breaks loose.
Okay, there's John. John, let me be honest with you. That was 1,000 times better than the last time. It was like you learned how to write punchlines in a week. That's fantastic. Fantastic. I mean,
and the first time was not bad.
Yeah, and the first time wasn't bad at all, but this today was like you've been doing it for a year and a half now already.
Woohoo!
I could probably learn. You should do the monologue. So anyway, but
that's what Bob was thinking.
That's what Bob was thinking too. So.
Well, Bob's a D.
That was great, Steve. This show's running too long. What's next? You doing a song?
What's next? It's the next thing.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Yeah, lucky you guys. I'm going to do this again.
Oh, good.
It's a different thing, though. I am, as you know, preparing a show that's a tribute to both Weird Al Yankovic and Daniel Radcliffe to take to the fringe, blah-de-blah-de-blah. And I'm learning songs on this thing. And it's tricky doing a tribute to Daniel Radcliffe. The reason I do it is because I've written a whole bunch of Harry Potter songs before J.K. Rowling became a complete troll. So I'm trying to come up with songs that justify me singing the praises of Harry Potter without appearing to be in favor of her. So it's a mess. So here's a song about that. About, what's wrong with J.K. Rowling. I can't play the accordion. Okay, this is going really well. I'm going to start again. Everybody clap for me starting again.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
When you wrote about muggles and wizards, I could read your novels all night and day, but lately I've been grieving about your recent frequent tweeting, and I wonder what good old Harry would say. Your mean tweets we've been surfing. Why you gotta keep on turfing? See, turfing is a thing. Never mind. Rolling, rolling. There's a rolling. Get off Twitter. That's enough. All right, let's do the next thing. Brad begs for money.
Oh my God.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
That's
not
you, Brad. That's you.
I didn't. Oh, you thought I'd bring myself up?
I thought you would. I'll get rid of me. Go ahead.
I didn't. I thought you switched as far. Hi, first of all, we need money to get somebody to run this show. Hi, I'm Brad Tassell. And what we ask you to do at this time at every show is go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians. First of all, we've learned that Patty's doing corporate shows for $400. That ain't doing nothing.
1998.
1998. Now she's up to $425. It's a fantastic thing. And that's an hour, everybody. So please donate for that. Number 2 is people don't seem to be tipping Cory Khaney for her dry bar. So if you tip us here, we'll give her part of that money. And also, I owe $16,000 to Dry Bar. I didn't know if y'all knew that. $16,000. So if you tip me, I will send that money to them. No, I won't. And if you notice how your money went so well for John Trentes' great songs, realize we're still not giving him any for the comedy.
No.
So, and tip us too, because now we've learned the last half of this show is just a big open mic now. It's fantastic. We've got new comics, Steve, new instruments. It's fantastic. Next week, I'm going to ride a hoverboard for everybody.
Cool.
I've never done it before. By the way, I'd like to say my dad at 86 got on a scooter for the first time and knocked his front teeth out. So that was fun.
Oh,
Yeah, he decided at 86, he's like, I've never ridden one of these Lime scooters before. He pulled the thing, fell off immediately, knocked both his.
Oh no.
Yeah, so yeah.
We need some money for that.
Yeah, we need some money. No, he's fine. He's fine. He was in John's first song, the Redneck Pool. Anyway, but isn't that what that was? Redneck
Bodes
Pool?
well for the hoverboard.
That's right. So yeah, that's why I was talking about it.
Genetically.
Kevin jumped right in and understood. So so go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, and we'll do what we always do, split that money up, and then I'll make up that I gave it to people. No. Okay, Steve, what are we doing? The last
Worst joke of the week.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Hey, the worst joke of the week is going to be even worse because I have yet to read it for myself. I wrote it. So here it is. I'll try. I just noticed it's worded funny. Here we go. It is the new lunar year, right? Everybody knows that. This year marks the year of the rabbit. The rabbit. This was especially celebrated in Nevada, where at one ranch it always seemed to be the year of the French tickler.
Oh.
Hey, thanks for coming to the Monday show. We're doing it on Mondays now, you know. So whether you're in Houston or in Buffalo, you should keep coming back to the Monday show. We have a lot of fun on the Monday show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. We're always glad to see you at the Monday show. We hope you enjoy the Monday show. You don't have to dress up, no. You can be like Brad and go commando. And we'll see you next week at the Monday show. We'll see you next week at the Monday show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.